Hello survivors and welcome back. In today's guide we're diving into essential server management tools for your DayZ server hosted on GTXGaming. We'll be covering installing the server messages plugin, syncing server time, and setting up automatic restarts, along with going over different options for server wiping. I'll guide you through the process, make it quick and easy to understand, so let's jump right in and take your server management skills to the next level. First up, we're installing the server messages plugin. Just like with the DayZ plugin, begin by logging into the game panel and shutting down your server. Once it's off, head into Mod Manager, find Server Messages, and hit Install, then let the installation run its course. Server messages are crucial for communication. It allows you to set up in-game notifications for your players, like server rules, Discord information, event notices, and most importantly, server restart warnings. These customizable messages allow you to tailor the information to your server's needs. Once that's complete, navigate to configuration files. Here we're going to check the start.dat file. Make sure server messages is turned on and enabled. Save and exit if needed. Next, let's open messages.xml using the config editor. Here you'll see some pre-made default messages already set up. Feel free to modify these or set the timer to 0 to disable any messages. Now let's move on to messages.cfg. Here you'll see some sample scripts showing how message formats are structured. So let's break it down. Each line in this file represents a separate message. You'll start with a timestamp, followed by the message enclosed with the tildes, and then the loop interval. For example, a line might read 2000 hours, welcome to our server, tilde loop 4. This means the message welcome to our server will display at 8 p.m. server time and repeat every 4 hours. The loop value here is flexible. You can set it to loop every hour, 2 hours, or any interval that suits your server's needs, as seen in these other examples. Once you're done setting up your messages, make sure to click save and exit, allowing your messages to go live on your server. Before we go into setting up automatic restarts, it's crucial to ensure our server and profile time zones are aligned. This step is key because all server messages and automatic triggers are based on the server's local time. With that, let's confirm the server's time zone. Although I know my server is located in New York and should run on Eastern Standard Time, it's always good to double check. So let's head over to server details. Find the server local time option and hit execute. This action will display the server's current time zone. In my case, it confirms my server is running on Eastern Standard Time. Next, let's align our profile to the server's time zone. This is a step you don't want to skip. Go to the upper right hand corner of your screen, click the drop down next to your profile name, and select My Profile. Here you'll find a time zone drop down. Make sure it's set to your server's time zone. This synchronization is essential to ensure that any server messages or automatic tasks we set up run according to the server's local time. Once you've made these adjustments, save your changes. Click back to Game Servers to return to the game panel, and let's proceed to the next step. Now that our server and profile time zones are synced, it's time to set up automatic restarts. This is a critical step to ensure your server runs smoothly and efficiently. Head over to Schedule Tasks and click on New. The option you want to choose here is Graceful Restarts. This will allow you to schedule restarts with built-in server message warnings, keeping your players informed. Alright, so let's start with naming this task. I'm just going to name it Server Restarts, then change the frequency from 1 time to daily, and set the task to repeat. I'll be adjusting the time from 1 minute to 4 hours and the duration from 1 minute to 24 hours. This gives a 4-hour restart, which is a sweet spot for most servers. It helps with critical mod functionality, such as refreshing loot crates, spawned events, and of course giving your server that much needed RAM dump. But before we move on, let's take a look at the tab Script Parameters. This section shows the server messages that will be displayed. Pay attention to the 10-minute countdown, which begins at the time you set your server restart to start. With this in mind, let's go back to the schedule settings. Here you can choose where you want the first restart to begin. So to align the restart with the top of the hour, I'm setting the first one to start at 3:50 a.m. This way, the 10-minute warning kicks in and the actual restart happens right on the hour. Once you've set this up, hit save. In a future video, I'll be covering how to add loot respawning during these restarts, so make sure to hit that subscribe button so you won't miss out on any of these server management tips. The last topic I want to cover is how to effectively wipe your server. Wiping your server is a crucial maintenance step, so let's dive into how it's done and the different options available. So let's navigate to the toolbar and click Wipe Server, and select which MP mission or map you wish to wipe. GTX offers 3 main wipe options: Full Wipe, Player Wipe, and Economy Wipe. Full Wipe, as the name implies, completely wipes your server. It's ideal when your server gets overcrowded or sluggish and needs a fresh restart. A full wipe clears everything, setting the stage for a new beginning. Player Wipe specifically targets player files. It wipes all player data, meaning players will respawn with no loot as if they're starting fresh. It's a more targeted approach suitable for specific scenarios. Economy Wipe will wipe everything except for items on players, clearing bases, vehicles, and ground loot, allowing for a balanced distribution of new items across the map. Wiping your server is a powerful tool in server management. It can keep the gameplay experience fresh and balanced, especially when adding in new elements or purging abandoned areas. Remember, each wipe serves a different purpose, so choose the one that best fits your current server needs. And that's a wrap for today's guide on optimizing your DayZ server. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. It really supports the channel. If you have any questions or suggestions for future content, drop a comment below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Keep gaming and surviving.